What do women do that men would never think about? We worry about having to plan a vacation around our cycles. The bathroom trash can needs to be emptied more often. Women use much more hygiene products. Mild inconveniences like antibiotics interfering with family planning effectiveness and causing internal imbalances, to more serious concerns about personal security every day, like walking alone through a neighborhood or parking lot. Also, look up Bartholin cyst. Also, bringing life into the world still being incredibly dangerous to this day. Have your shirts be basically see-through, brand new. I'm talking basic shirts, not purposely sheer fabrics. Every shirt I have to feel and hold up to see how see-through it is. Women's fashion sucks, and men's shirts don't fit me well. Doing hair math, e.g., when exactly to wash your hair to maximize the time your hair looking good for all the occasions you're going to have for the upcoming days. Also, when to time your workouts around your hair wash days. Planning exits and security without even realizing it, like where to park, walking with keys ready, checking if someone's behind you, texting a friend your location, pretending to be on a call. It's just background processing. Wondering if you're gonna get ripped off because you're a woman by the garage, the plumber, the handyman, the electrician, the last three, plus while being asked, do you live here on your own? Update, yes, bad things happen to men too, I know, but do they walk into a garage thinking, here we go, here come easy pickings, double your prices? Worrying about whether our chests are showing through our shirts, even with bras on, often seen as inappropriate or scandalous, but it's just a biological response to lower temperatures. When we have gas with tight bottoms on, sometimes the air goes forward because it has nowhere else to escape, then we have to release it out of our front. Wondering if we should get bangs. Contemplating getting your legs waxed because you're tired of having to bend into practically yoga positions to shave everywhere on your legs. Per my female friends, bearing in mind who's behind you and worry when a man has been behind you for more than a block or two or around a couple turns. TBH, if I'm conscious that if I'm on the same route as a woman who's ahead of me and my walking pace won't overtake hers, I pause for like a minute and scroll social media to let her get some distance. Being conscious, proactive, and prioritizing their health. Women have a monthly reminder that we are born with and stuck with. If my cycle is late or irregular, I go down troubleshooting steps like, did I eat something that threw off my cycle? Am I expecting even though I didn't have intimacy? Lol. Am I stressed out? Did I miss my pill? And I should probably see my doctor about this. Men don't have to deal with this, which is why I think so many of them avoid going to see healthcare professionals until they're about to die. Lump on arm? It'll go away. The amount of men I have to nudge aggressively to get them to get their health problem checked is way too damn high. Sharing locations whenever we travel. Having a code word to text if we're in trouble and need help. My husband is waiting for me outside. He, insert job that requires tools or a protection. I have to figure out how to plan my diet and workout regimen around my monthly cycle for optimal results. Guys don't need to factor in hormones affecting hunger or energy levels, nor things like aches from internal organs, headaches, heightened senses, not fun, etc. Plan how you are going to walk outside after dark. I explained to my boyfriend the other day that being a woman is feeling like you are vulnerable. Also, as a woman, you have to strategize your career. If I do well and get promoted, are people going to think I did something to earn my position? I worked in the automotive industry for many years. It was damn near impossible for anyone to take me seriously. I used to rebuild drive axles when I worked for my dad, but I learned that pursuing a career in the automotive field was not worth the unwanted advances and the assumptions about how I perform my job. I am now an insurance agent. Only speaking for myself, when to wash and style my hair. Being aware that the man I'm talking to has a crush. It's so obvious sometimes, and I just have to pretend I don't notice. When you've got a large chest, you need to make sure your outfits aren't too revealing. One time I wore a V-neck to work without a camisole under it, and all eyes went directly to my body all day. Speaking of camisoles, when you're a bigger woman, layering is pretty much compulsory. Camisoles, slips, bike shorts, which is not easy in summer. I'm a guy, but my wife told me this one and it kind of blew my mind. Eat a snack or a small meal before going to a party or going to dinner with friends. Because if you go hungry and eat a normal meal, some women may judge you for the amount you eat. If you pre-game food, you don't eat as much at the social gathering. Wild. Fixate and manage on our body hair. Personal line, underarms, upper lip, eyebrows, arms, legs, stomach, chin, big toe, etc., etc. Shave it, wax it, thread it, bleach it. We are trained at a young age to notice our body hair and feel self-conscious about it. The pleasure of taking off a bra after a day's work. Think about general safety and personal space. It's amazing how much my boyfriend doesn't think about general things like that. We moved in together, and I told him about closing the blinds when we leave so people can see in our first floor unit, and leaving a light on when we come back late. Just general things that never crossed his mind. Politeness to avoid conflict, like smiling or softening responses, even when uncomfortable. Using tone management to make sure we're not coming off as too cold, too assertive, too vulnerable, or too emotional. Having to plan literally everything around nursing successfully. Everyone understands that cycles come once a month and they suck, even if men don't have to worry about planning for them. But people who haven't nursed before, men and women, just have no idea what it's like and how hard it is. Do chores without having to make an announcement of what chores were completed. Navigate clinical dismissal. A lot of women, like me, have learned that if we don't prepare, advocate hard, and/or bring backup, our symptoms may not be taken seriously. I have been to so many doctors most of my life, and I have definitely noticed a consistent difference in how I'm treated depending on whether I'm alone or accompanied by a male advocate. I have had my symptoms minimized, misrepresented, or ignored entirely until a man confirms the same concerns. I think many women, especially women with ongoing health struggles, learn to research extensively, rehearse how to present themselves, bring documentation, or even a male partner if they can, just to be heard. It's not that men can't experience this, but I don't think most men have to plan for it the way women do. Women constantly assess risk and safety in ways men rarely think about. Lie about being in a relationship. I sell art to male clients, and I mention my fake boyfriend ASAP before the let's meet for coffee, let's meet for dinner stuff comes up. I'd sell more art if I didn't do this, but then it's not worth anticipating the negative outbursts when their agenda fails. I've had men make 0 moves and not even subtly flirt, then randomly get upset that I led them on, when I'm simply not interested in them in a romantic way and never hinted or gave any signal that I was. Women are cautious around men for a good reason. Many can't handle rejection with ease. Replace the toilet paper if it's empty. Clean the bathroom. I'm only half serious about that. Lie about having a boyfriend so when somebody asks for your number, they don't keep pressuring you about it. Some of the answers here are wild, like basic chores, cooking meals, and minding your surroundings at night are exclusively female activities. Talk about some internalized judgment over here. Drive around the block instead of pulling into the garage if there's a strange car parked on the street with someone, a man, in it. Not going for a walk alone at night. Buy expensive sheets instead of the cheapest ones, because just having a sheet on the bed isn't the point of buying them. Comfort is. Arch and fix our posture before taking pictures. Having your fob or key ready in your hands to get into your car or house door and locking the door immediately. Constantly thinking about safety and logistics when going somewhere alone, especially at night. Identity concerns. Apparently, washing their damn hands after using the public washroom. Please ask your fellow men and partners to wash their hands. Worry about being seen in the same outfit twice. Carry a signal to the very safe park with walking trails. Scrub the sink after doing the dishes. Obsess over whether or not somebody liked a comment or post you made on social media. I don't understand the obsession with that. Thinking about when we can open the light so that the Uber driver does not see exactly where we live, or leaving a light on at all times to look like someone is at home. We care way more about our nails. Men just get out the clippers, no nail file ever. They have to suffer from the moment they leave their home, knowing that they are going to be stared at, looked at too long, have unwelcome comments thrown their way, possibly even asked for their phone number or IG account. Even if none of this happens, they have to constantly be on guard because any of these things can happen, and usually do. A woman, as a mom, basically everything that my kids do throughout the day. Their schedules, meals, activities, playdates, appointments, bath and bedtime routines. My husband has a general idea of what is when and how to do things, but the amount of thought that I put into every single day, he has no clue. And I know there are single dads out there, so it isn't accurate for all men, but I know a lot of other moms that feel the same way. According to my ladies, everything. They think about everything. I dance through life and just move on from task to task. Pay a lot of attention to the shoes people are wearing. I don't think men worry whether or not they're seen as nice in every situation, and I don't think the terms bossy/difficult are used towards men ever. But if women are ever disagreeable, they're scrutinized, so you have to constantly be aware of how you're speaking to people for fear of them thinking you're mean. Deal with the hormonal changes of aging. Getting expectant by accident. They'll never understand our mood swings during our cycle. Men don't think about women's appearance as much as they think we do. I'm assuming that they dress up with all of the accoutrements to impress each other. Men don't think about any of that stuff. Show up naked with a six-pack and we're good. Like 99% of the things I've read on here are things almost all men I have ever met have also think about.